Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to The Perspective. I am Cassandra.
And I am Joseph, and welcome to season 2 of The Perspective. We've been gone a minute.
Yes. Like, how long has it been?
Ooh. Hasn't been a year yet, has it?
Yeah, I think.
It's been a year.
I think so.
Oh, wow.
It's been a year. Yeah, because remember on Facebook we was getting all those
reminders.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So as everybody see, we're in a different little setup this season. So we want to do a different vibe this season. So we're bringing everything to the table. So everything is going to be on the table this year when we invite our special guests. Everybody's going to come and have a seat at the table.
At the table.
At the table. So we know that it's December. So how has your year been? How has 2025 been?
Oh, okay. Where do I start?
Start with the good.
Okay, so I'll start with. I don't think there's no bad though. So I'll start with the good. I am now a homeowner.
Congratulations!
Became a homeowner in July. Very, very, very long process. But I got through it, and I'm in my, forever home.
Okay.
Even if I go build a bigger house later, it'll still be my forever home because that'll be, something for my children to share together. Got a new job.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. I'm in the same career field, just another company.
Okay.
I want to, change some things. I was looking more so somewhere to elevate. Where I was before, I don't feel like there was room to elevate. So now I feel like I have room to elevate.
Okay.
So, gosh, what else do I want to share? I mean, it didn't happen this year, but I have a new friend.
Okay. Since we've been gone, I don't think this friend was here in season 1.
No, because when I met him, I had to show him all of our old videos.
Right. Okay.
So I have a new friend. So that's very, very exciting.
Okay.
Very.
Okay. All right. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about you?
So of course I have a new job as well. So I'm still in the education field. Just another part of education. We also have a new home as well. So we both follow in each other's footsteps in that field.
That's good.
What else I have? My businesses are still thriving. They're still going. Every business comes with ups and downs, but we've made it through. And I have a wonderful team at both of my locations, so I'm proud of them. What else has been going on? Oh, starting next month, I'll be going back to school to get my doctoral degree.
Yes, love it.
So that's something else that's coming, but working on some other business avenues. I'll be meeting with some family soon to go over some different ideas that I have, so I'm looking forward to that.
Okay, that sounds good. I'm excited.
One of the things that I want us to do is I want us to go on a trip, and when we go on this trip, I want us to video the whole trip.
Ooh.
And then we get to bring it back to you guys and really see the life of the Wises. I think that'd be nice. So I think that'd be nice.
Okay.
I think that's what we need to try. We take I want us to, like, even if it's a road trip, I want us to record the road trip all the way to the house.
Okay.
Inside everything that we do. I think people will be very intrigued to see.
Okay.
Yeah. What you think?
I think it's a good idea. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
You think anybody would have any hesitation?
Well, I mean, of course, like with our older family members, they may not understand. But I think other than that, once you kind of like just break it down to them and say why, and we're not recording everything, but just some things and put it together, I think they'll be for it. Yeah.
Okay. I just think that we have a lot of things that we do and a lot of moments that people can actually relate to. We have good moments, we have bad moments, but at the end of the day, we still come back and we try to support each other. So just being able to show that aspect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Have to send out a waiver and get these people to sign off on it.
Not a waiver.
So what kind of shows and things you've been watching? What's been going on?
Okay, so my friend put me onto this show called Spartacus.
Spartacus. What is that?
Yes.
Vampires?
No.
Okay. What is it?
It's like the old Roman times.
Okay.
It's a lot of fighting, a lot of graphic.
Okay.
I wouldn't suggest kids watch it because it's a lot of sexual scenes. But not to focus on that. But it has a great storyline, and just talk about how how can I say it? Like slaves and but it's not like your old timey Negro spiritual slave thing.
Right. And what station? What is this on?
It's on Stars. Well, I'm late to the game.
Okay.
So this show has been out for years, apparently, like 2012, 2013. But they just came out with a new season, so I'm trying to catch up from all of that to watch the new season.
Okay.
But that's something that he put me on.
Okay.
But for me, of course, Bel-Air, Family Business, Housewives of Potomac, Married to Medicine is back. Their first episode of the new season was last Sunday.
Right.
So same old shows.
So which out of them reality shows, because I love reality and a lot of, that's all I really watch is either reality or old shows like Andy Griffin, Golden Girls, Living Single, so people really don't talk about those. But back to the reality, which reality show do you think right now is leading? Which one do you think that's that show?
Right now, I want to say Housewives of Potomac.
Okay. Just overall or just right now because it's on?
Oh, like leading?
Yeah.
Overall. Well, okay. Housewives of Atlanta is still everybody from that show, whether they're on it still or not on it, they're still being talked about. Nene is still being talked about. Kim every once in a while. Sheree, Portia and Phaedra, they're on the show now. Even what's the girl from the first season? She was only on there one season. Her husband was the basketball player, Deshaun. I've seen every once in a while. I'll see something about her. And of course, Candy and Todd.
Right. Which we're going to get into. Right.
They are, pretty much. That's all I see up and down the blogs is Candy and Todd. But I would say Housewives of Atlanta is still that number one show. Even when it was gone, everybody was like, when is it coming back? When is it coming back? So I feel like that's the number one show. I don't know about, because not to be biased, but I really only watched the of our skin color.
So to me, I would say right now, I feel as though Salt Lake City is making a name for themselves. It's a really, really good reality show. And the good thing about Salt Lake City is that they don't try to portray themselves as Atlanta. They have their own different feel, their own different vibe. And just like last week, Meredith, you say you don't watch, so you don't know these people. They were on a boat and they had some type of event. Well, there was a pretend boat and they had some type of event, and she brought, because they kept saying something that she was a drug user and stuff like that. So she brought the drug test for everybody to take. Those moments that they created on there is stuff that has not been done on other shows. And it's just, then they got somebody named Mary Crosby. She's great.
I've heard of that name, yeah.
She's the fan favorite now. And she's just a regular person, but one thing she's just real. She doesn't sugarcoat it. She don't care anything about TV. She's just who she is. A lot of the time when we have these people that come on these shows, they try to fake it for the TV, or then they try to blackball Bravo later and try to sue them. Like the situation with Kenya and the other person. Yeah, allegedly. So let's talk about divorce.
Ooh.
You know.
Let me take a drink.
So I know you've been through one, and we're gonna dive into that later in our seasons, later in our episodes to come. And you'll get to tell your story. But right now, with what's going on with Kandi and Todd, what's your viewpoint? What's your thoughts?
Well, when I first heard about it, when you text me, I didn't know what you were talking about.
I was broken up. I just didn't see that one coming. Like, I thought they were the couple to make it to the end.
Yes, because I feel like everybody was so much against them, well, not everybody, but her mom and other people in her family, they were so much against them. So I just wanted to see them win. And I feel like if somebody decides to marry, the person that they love or whatever, of course, I don't want to see them go through a divorce or whatever. But my feelings right now, because so much has come out, it's like I'm on the fence, because it's like I want to be like, okay, I'm like, oh, we're going through a divorce. And then I'm like, when I'm hearing about all this stuff, like Todd is like talking about, oh, he was coerced into signing the prenup and stuff like that. But you knew going in, even before the prenup was even a question.
Right.
I'm sure they had conversations about what's mine is mine, what's yours is yours, what we made together, we split. I feel like that's like that's
a
no-brainer. Yeah, like if I came in with $1 million, I'm gonna take my $1 million with me. We don't split that. If we made $5 million, we split it down the middle. You take your half, I take my half. Whatever you came with, you leave with that. Whatever assets you came in with, you leave with that. We're not gonna sit here and fight over anything. Of course, if there are children involved, we can talk about joint custody.
Right.
So what do you think?
I just think it's weird that anybody could want access to stuff that people created before you got there. Like, how can you want somebody, like, first of all, Kandi wrote No Scrubs. She was a part of Escape. You were nowhere around.
Yeah.
So how could you want to be a part of that? How could you want any dollar from that? Because now what you're doing is you're taking away from her daughter, her family. Like, you're taking away out of other people's mouth. Because one thing about Kandi, she doesn't just supply herself. Like, she has organization, she has all type of things that she does for people. And so when you're doing things like that, or trying to be what's the word?
Manipulative.
That word. So when you're trying to be that, it just doesn't look good. So, I don't like that. And then, to say, oh, I want full custody and not joint custody, like, it should automatically be joint. Why would you want to take the children away from an environment to say, oh, you only can see them on certain days? Like, who would want to put them children in that type of life?
I really think he wants full custody, because when Kandi does her jobs or whatever, he's with the kids. So he wants full custody, because he feels like he already has full custody. And I'm not saying that he's right, but I get it. Because even on the show, he had them to go through counseling, because I think while she was doing The Chi, she was gone a lot. She was only home like 2 days out of the week, and then when she would come home, one out of those 2 days, she had to film with the girls. I think Don Juan set it up for her to do other things. So, and he felt like she wasn't, spending that extra time with family, and I think that is important. I get that you a mogul, and you want to make your money, you got brands and stuff like that, but when you have a family, and at the time I think it was just Ace, so when you have your husband, I don't know if Riley was in college or not yet, but you have your children at home, Like that should be your focus. If you worked at least 5 of the days and 2 of the days you at home, then you should be spending that time with your children.
Right.
And I get it that you had to film, but the film crew could have came to the house and filmed. They filmed y'all in the guest house having the therapy session. They could have filmed y'all having game night or something that it shows where you are trying to spend time with your family. And Todd, that was just his cry for help. Like, you're not here.
Right. So who's to say they don't film that and the production team just don't show it?
I don't know, but just the way that Todd was making it seem like you're not here when you're here. Like you're in town, but you're still not here.
Right. But I feel like also you gotta know who you marry. That's who you married. Like she was that person before you said I do, before you had 2 kids. Like it ain't like she just woke up and say, like some people just popping up now and that's who they want to be. But ever since we've known Candy, that's who she's been. She's been that go-getter. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I want my name a part of this, I want my name a part of that. Like you knew that from day one.
Yeah,
so I don't see that as being an excuse.
No, I understand what you're saying, but he knew who he married, but also she knew who she married. So if you know, see, this is why you got to have conversations before you get married. Like, I'm busy. You're probably not going to be that busy. How do you suggest we move forward? And when we get married, do I still get to be busy like I'm used to? Or do we carve out time for family time at home as well as vacations? So even though she was busy while she was single, you have to somewhat kind of scale
it back.
Yeah, you have to not be so busy because your focus got to be your husband. That's number one. And then your children, and then everything else follows.
So when you get married again, are you going to follow these same advice you're giving now?
I am.
Okay. So you're just going to scale back with your friends and scale back with family.
Yeah, I did it before when I was married. Y'all didn't see me like that.
But does that change who you are?
It doesn't change who I am. I'm just focusing on my marriage. That's it.
And you're not allowed to do both?
You can do both, but you got to know balance.
Okay. Okay. I'm just curious.
I'm just saying, like, you have to understand. Okay, so, like, right now, I have work and the kids and, church stuff, right? So, of course, my significant other knows that, right?
But what happens if he comes in and want to change some of that?
But what would he want to change? Because I would still have time for him.
What if he feels like it's not enough time? Like
Then I know how to scale back.
And you're okay with scaling back from going to church so much?
I don't go to church like that. It's just things that I'm doing. Okay, so dance and maybe working with the kids here and there. And that's not every week.
Well, hers may not be every week. I'm just speaking.
If the man crying out on TV saying we need to have therapy because you ain't, we saw it. We saw it on the TV screen.
But could this have allegedly been this man just plotting this whole time to where he knew who she was and then he just created this whole plan? Because remember, Auntie said it was a scheme that was set up. So,
because they was hating on Todd.
So you just think that he was just the perfect person? I'm
not saying he was perfect because nobody is perfect. Right. But what I'm saying is, if you come on, everything that Candy was doing. Like, she had the show, and from what I hear, they probably filmed like the majority of the week. So you have that. Then she still has her store. I don't think she was at her store like that. She has her, adult toy. Tags, she has the adult toy line. I know one time she was doing a little event with her consultants. I don't know if she still does that.
She does that once a year.
And then they created the restaurants together. So you add that, and then there was a point in time she was on tour. Todd was going on tour with her. So the only time I feel like she was very, very busy and wasn't trying to make time is when she was doing The Chi. And she didn't have that many episodes of The Chi.
Right, that's why that's why I wish I could be an insider and a fly on the wall. Because, The Chi, I don't know if it's like, with Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry, they always say Tyler Perry films in like 14 days. So you only go on 14 days. And so I'm just wondering, eventually, why didn't they set up, or will they set up to be like, for example, Monique and Chris Samuels, their children are homeschooled. They don't go to a public school because that's, what's convenient and what works. So I'm surprised that they didn't follow that route, being that they're so busy. Like, they didn't just hire. I would have done it. They can still call me. Like, they didn't just hire a teacher to actually teach the kids, But again, that will mess with their social and emotional
it
side.
will, and I think they still want Blaze and Ace to be some type of regular kids, because even I think they go to private school, because even Riley went to a private school, and then Candy went to regular school. She went to a performing arts high school, so I think she still wants them to have some type of regular life,
right?
But I mean, I just feel like if you want to be married, right, then you're gonna have to. It's all about communication. Like how we sitting at this table is gonna take the man, the woman, whatever, to sit down at the table and just be like, all right, you know what I do Sunday through Saturday. All right, I'm gonna scale back on this. You gonna scale back on that, and we're just gonna make the relationship work like that.
How often should they come to the table and have these conversations?
Before the marriage?
Just in people in general, couples in general.
I think often you should have a sit down and talk. Because things change over the years. People change over the years. So I think it's very important, and that's one way you can avoid the D word. Communication.
So, do you believe in marrying someone for security or insurance wise? I watched not TikTok, I don't know if TikTok. I watched the Reel, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, I watched the Reel today, and it was this girl and this boy, and they was talking, and the girl was like, what happens if you die? Like, am I supposed to answer to your mom? Because we're not married. And so she was saying that what if your mom says that she just wants to go in and take you off the ventilator? And he was like, no, don't do that. I don't want to be taken off the ventilator. She's like, well, I know that, but your mom may not know that. And then she's not going to listen to me if I'm not, the wife. So she was saying that because she was saying it was time to get married. But do you marry someone because of those reasons? Like, do you just go ahead and say, we need to get married for security or financial reasons or lifelong issues?
Well,
if there's not, because that's like pressuring someone. Yeah,
and there are ways that you can. That's why they have power of attorneys. So you don't necessarily have to be married to the person for them to be your power of attorney. So let's just say that guy decides that he's going to make his girlfriend the power of attorney. So whatever's in that power of attorney, if something happens to the boyfriend, if the girlfriend's a power of attorney, she has the last say. Then you can draw up a will. So whatever is in that will, you do a trust, anything, can't really, because that's law. Because somebody can take you to court for not honoring the will, power of attorney, and then if they have health issues, healthcare power of attorney.
Right.
So that way, if if the boyfriend is sick and then goes to the hospital, if the girlfriend is on that healthcare power of attorney, she has rights to whatever happens. So if he says, I don't want to be kept on the ventilator, but the mom is like, I want him, to be around, he may recover. But then you have the healthcare power of attorney. But what comes sticky is when they go into this thing about, what's the word I'm looking for? Next of kin. But I think they only do that if there is nothing legal in place. Because that power of attorney, healthcare power of attorney, that will, those are legal documents. So if you have those in place, then nobody really has a say except for that person.
Okay. So would you do that? Would you marry someone just to be secured?
No. No. If I'm going to get married, it's going to be not for that reason. Like, because like I just said, like, if it came to that, you know, like, okay, like my mama is not gonna be like, I don't care what nobody else said. That's not her character. And I know people can change when they're in that situation. But I mean, I've seen her, not with a child, but my father, my mom, but with, I mean, her mom. But, you know, she had siblings and stuff like that. So they kind of just made those decisions together. But with my dad, it was just her. And I feel like me and my siblings were either too young or too emotional to even, you know, like, we're not going to go back and forth with you. You say our dad should be taken out the ventilator. We already know he doesn't want to be on a ventilator if he can't do anything for himself. So, you know, they pulled the plug or whatever. So, I would not get married for security. Not for that reason.
Right.
You know, but I think it is a plus when you do get married.
Okay. Okay. And how long has your dad been gone?
18 years, I believe. Yeah, 17, 18 years, something like that.
Okay. How is this new fella? How do you feel about this new fella?
Well, okay.
But is it a fella?
It is. It definitely is.
And it's just something quick. We're just giving people the preview of what we're talking about this season.
I'll give you a little bit.
So I'm going to too much detail.
No, I mean, okay. So I believe that based on my past experiences, this has been the best situation that I've been in. Excuse me, because it's just not I don't want people to get confused by me saying situation and they may think it's a situationship. This has been the best relationship that I've been in. For several reasons, but I won't get into that.
Right.
But yeah, it's been great. Like, it happened naturally. I wasn't expecting it at all. Like, not at all.
And y'all are taking your time.
We are, and it's beautiful. Like, when you can take your time, not feel any pressure. I don't know. It's just, I get excited, you know, when I'm excited right now. I get excited, like, when he calls or texts, you know, I still get excited. And we have talked every day since the day we met.
Wow.
Every day.
Wow.
You know, every day is not like full conversations because, you know, whatever he may be doing or I may be doing. But we at least, you know, say something to each other every day. But most days, if we're not doing anything, yes, we have conversations.
I'm excited for you.
Yes, thank you.
So hopefully we'll have some wedding bells from somebody soon. Somebody, I didn't say you, I said somebody. Somebody.
I was about to say, don't put that pressure on.
No, I'm not putting that pressure on him. I'm not putting that pressure on you. I'm just saying, hopefully the Wises will be going to a wedding soon.
Yeah, I'd rather a wedding versus a funeral.
Oh no, we don't need none of that. Yeah.
I feel like we've had enough of those, and you know, that changes people when you know, somebody that, even if you weren't close to them, but just somebody that you're used to seeing, you know, around the family is no longer here.
Right.
And that's another thing that we're going to talk about is grief. Because I think that's important to, you know, to say that it's okay to let somebody grieve the way they want to.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying that you have to, you know, go crazy and be like almost like you about to be sick or something. But it's okay to, think about that person. It's okay to have your moment. Right. And then once you have your moment, you be like, all right, let me get myself together, because that person wouldn't want me to be this way.
Right. And then I was just talking to someone the other day, and I was just saying, what's harder, watching someone die or someone, you getting that call, somebody's gone? Like, which one? Immediate, sudden call. So I was just like, what is really harder? And, I would just love to hear some viewpoints on that when we do talk about grief and just, death is never easy. But just thinking about both of those type of situations, I'm like, I don't know which, I can't say which one I will be toward,
I think I've experienced both. Yes, I've experienced both. But I'll share my viewpoint later.
Yeah. What else are we talking about this season?
So I decided to, share my story.
Okay.
And I don't know how much of it that I'm gonna share. Whatever you ask,
okay,
I'll answer. And you have the good questions.
Okay, that's gonna be a powerful episode. And what do you mean by sharing your story? What does that look like?
I have been through a lot. Some things even you may not know. Okay. But there are some things that I've been through that I want to share with other people, to know that there is good on the other side. Because when you're in it, you don't see the good. When you're in that tunnel, you don't see how you're going to come out of it. Because you're so deep in it, you can't see anything except for what you're going through. So I want to share with people that you can go through things and then you can get out of it. And it's all about how you go through it. And I'm gonna just be honest. I mean, my life ain't perfect right now. I'm still going through a journey. Being a single mom, of course, that's a journey, right. Because you're juggling so much for one person.
So what was that?
You're juggling so much for one person. So I want to share that. I did have, and I'm going to get back to it too, but I was doing, on our little sabbatical, I was doing like a little 15-minute with the mom. And I was just basically, I didn't share my story on there, but I take a topic and talk about it for like 15 minutes. Okay. Just to encourage like single parents in general, because not only mothers are single parents, but you have fathers who are single parents too. So just a little encouragement. But yeah, I'll share a little bit of my story.
I'm excited. I'm excited. What's going on? That's going to be I think that's going to be a testimony. And hopefully it's something positive for other, people that are going through divorce or thinking about divorce. Or
why would they be thinking about it?
There are some, first of all, there are some people that, are married that may be thinking about it. That's life.
I mean, I guess if things are happening, you probably contemplating, because I contemplated it before I did it. I didn't just wake up.
Right.
So, but it's just the way that you said it, like just thinking about divorce.
Now, let me say this. I don't know anybody that's thinking about divorce. I'm just saying, if you are watching this and you're thinking about it, hopefully her testimony and what really gave that final straw or what was going on, will be helpful to you if you are thinking about that. But hopefully everybody's happy. And in 2026, you're going to be tying some knots or renewing some vows.
Or just getting engaged.
Right, and getting engaged.
Well, speaking of engaged,
like... Who's engaged?
I don't know. I'm going to ask you a question. Do you think people should put a timeline on relationship? Like, we do know who's engaged, but I don't want to bring that up. Do you think people should put a timeline on when you should take next steps in a relationship?
Well, no, because Okay, me and my spouse, we've been together for
Spouse?
Yes.
Spouses, you married?
No, not married, but I just say spouse. Like, I feel like when you saying that you want to marry somebody, you should. I feel you should be financially stable. Like everything should already be set. I don't think that people, to me, should not go and marry someone if you can't really support that person, because it says for better or worse. And if I'm setting up a foundation and we're coming into worse, I misled you. You know what I'm saying? So like, I want to make sure before I marry someone that we have everything we need. We don't have to go borrow. We don't have to go steal. We don't have to go pray to my mama. Like, we have everything we need. So if that, now we're not gonna sit here and say, oh, it's gonna take 20 years to get it, because if it takes 20 years to get it, then maybe we're not meant to be. But I just don't want us to have to struggle, because it's hard enough when it's one person. But then when you're marrying a person that's two people, then we bring kids into that situation. And I've always believed that we want to give our kids better than what we had. So if I can't bring you into, something.
So what do you? Okay, so when you say financially stable, like
if you go out of work, we still good.
Okay.
If I go out of work, we still good.
But what if it's not that? What if currently you're good, but something happens?
But then we've already went through the storm of being prepared for that. Or we've seen because what happens if you go out of work and then you leave me? Because I done jumped into a relationship 6 months and you don't know how to survive, because now you got 2 mouths to feed, but I don't have a job. And then I'm just sitting home, ain't doing nothing. I ain't doing nothing but cooking and getting bigger. It might not even cook. But I'm just saying, if that's who I become and then you start to hate me, how our marriage gonna survive?
So there's no time limit to say when, but you just want to be financially stable.
Well, I'm not even gonna say let me take that back. Let me not say financially stable. Stable enough to where we've seen each other in all seasons.
Okay.
All aspects.
Okay.
Like we went through everything. Like we went through, now I'm not gonna say we can't go through everything, but we went through enough to say no matter what, we still got each other. Can you do that in 2 months?
Who's putting the time limit on it?
That's what you just asked me.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Do you put a time limit? What if you can see it in a month? What if you can see it in 2 months?
Then do I marry you then?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because I said, do you put a time limit on when you go to the next step so if you just met somebody, right? When do you go? Do you put a time limit on when you make it official? Then once you're official, do you put a time limit on when y'all get engaged?
No, I don't think there should be no time limit. I think it just happens. And it's just, you gotta know what your worth is and what you need and want out of the relationship. And that's what I just explained on my aspect. That's what I want. Now, you've been through this before. So when you do it again, I'm sure there's certain things you're gonna want or need. But how do you find that out of somebody in a month? Or is it just because you have so much good conversation and I just see it and I know it?
Well, I have to see it.
Right, but you can talk to me all day about it.
Yeah, but I want to see what you're saying.
Exactly.
And I think that's so important. Like, I think right now what I'm getting is someone that shows more than says. And that's very important because you can tell me things, but if I don't see it from you, like at no point, like, then I'm gonna be like, okay, so when I'm gonna see it, then I'm gonna feel like I'm never gonna see it, because they may get so comfortable with just feeding me whatever they want to say. You can say anything, but if you ain't following it up with action, it doesn't mean anything. So I feel like action is very important, and I hope that I'm reciprocating that.
Right.
I hope I'm just not taking up air and space and things like that. Well, I know I'm not. I don't want to say that.
Right. Now, do you believe? This is a side conversation, but I want to go back to something real quick. Do you believe in prenups?
I don't see a reason for me to have one. Like, like why would I need a prenup?
Wow.
I don't see, because like I feel like now, like I just feel like okay, so of course I'm divorced, so I didn't have a prenup, but we didn't have anything. He didn't have nothing, I ain't have nothing. We just had the kids, right? We had one child going into the marriage, and then we had 2 more after we got married. So it was just it was nothing to have a prenup about, because I didn't have any. We were very young, like we were 21. So I didn't have anything. He didn't have anything. It was no need to have a prenup. But now, even still, I feel like I don't have anything to. I mean, I just feel like whatever we create together, and I don't want to, because I feel like prenup, that says we're going to get a divorce. That's how I think.
Okay.
And I've said since my first, not maybe not my first day of being single, but later on down the line, I said if I ever want to get married again, I'm just gonna have to make it work. I don't care if you all the way on that side of the bed and I'm all the way on this side of the bed. We just gonna have to make this thing work together, because a small part of me just feels like prenup is like a preparation for a divorce. If we created things together and it comes to that, we just gonna have to battle it out in court. But I just feel like that to me, it says that I'm in preparation for something to happen.
Okay.
So, I mean, if people want to have a prenup, I mean, that's your prerogative. But for me, what I need one for?
Right.
I trust in the person. I believe in the person. I love the person. So I don't feel like if something were to happen, I feel like we can be mature enough to just, settle it, very calmly.
Okay. All right.
Do you believe in prenup?
Yes and no. I feel like it's for who it's for. It is beneficial to who it's beneficial to. But I feel like if you have that trust and you have, well, I guess Candy thought she had that too, but I just feel like if you have that trust, and especially if it's someone that's been with you since day one, that's different. If you came into the relationship with something, then maybe that's, sticky. But if y'all built together, or they stayed up at night with you, simple things like that do make a difference. So yeah, like I say, yes and no.
Okay. Yeah, I believe it's like whoever wants it. Like if that's what you want, go get it. But for me, I don't. No, like I'm not gonna be sitting here going to a lawyer, drop everything. Yeah.
So how's the family doing? How's everyone else doing?
Like my kids
and family, your moms.
Oh, everybody's
sisters,
good.
Cousins, uncles, aunties.
Everybody's good, I hope. Well, I know my kids are good. My siblings are good.
When you say you hope, do you not check in on your family and see if they're
Why are you bringing me out? I don't know what it is. And I'm not too busy to check in. I just don't. And it's not that I don't want to. It's not that I don't think about them, but I just don't.
Okay.
And it is nothing against them.
Right.
It's just when I think about it, it's probably like late at night. Because as soon as I get up, I'm going, and I just don't think about it. But I pray for our family constantly.
That's enough. Prayer is enough.
Yeah. Not sometimes if I'm thinking about one person in particular, I will pray for them separately outside of my general prayer for the family. But I do think about everybody. Of course. I do think about everybody constantly. I just don't, I don't even talk to my mama every day. So
You don't?
not every day.
I would have never thought that.
Not every day. Sometimes I think out of 1 week, we may go 1 day without talking.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's because my mama still works and,
Right.
living her best life. So.
Right. Yeah, I talk to my mom every day. It's about something. She calls me about something. Every day, Peggy Bell is. And even if she don't call now, someone has taught her. I don't know who it was. Probably my sister has taught her how to text.
Oh, she wasn't texting before?
No, Mama just started texting last year,
Wow.
and now that she know how to text,
Texting away.
So she don't ask for nothing on the phone no more. She'll just talk. We talk normal on the phone, and then when she hang up, hey, I need blah 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 blah. Or, hey, go by the store and get me this. Like she won't ask. It's just text because she said I fuss too much. I don't fuss. I just.
What you be fussing about?
Because I have to do that. Do you believe that? Do you believe at a certain, and we had this conversation today with me and my cousins and my mom them at my restaurant, at a certain age, no, that's not how I want to word it, should we be responsible for taking care of our parents?
If they can't do it themselves, then yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we touched on it a little bit during Thanksgiving. And my sister said something about she said something to the effect of, because we gotta take care of mama, and she was like, I'm gonna be taking care of myself. Because even her mom took care of herself until she couldn't. And I think I was in high school when she could no longer live alone. So that was a very long time. Because on my mom's side, I'm the second to the last grand. And I was in high school when my grandmother could no longer take care of herself. So I feel like at some point, we should. But there are little things that we could still do. Like if she's like, oh, can you, she don't like, my mom don't like driving on certain parts of town. So I'll, go meet her somewhere and I'll take her where she needs to go. So I think if we're not 100% taking care of our parents, then I feel like we should be doing something for them, especially if we're grown.
So my mom would ship her straight to my sister.
Why would you do that?
They 2 peas in a pot. It's like, I hope my mom will have good health all of her life. I just pray.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
and my mom's pretty healthy now, so I don't have any fears of her not being able to take care of herself. In like a year or two. Like I feel like because she's like 71, so I feel like I pray that she can take care of herself in her 80s, even in her 90s, even if somebody had to come to the house half the day, and you can, kind of maneuver with that. But even with that, I don't feel like it should be like something consistent. Maybe like once a week, somebody come to the house and whatever, clean it up. It could just be me. So, but I do want to be in a position where, she doesn't have to want for anything.
Exactly. Right. But we got to get into that position, parents. We're not there yet. So if you're watching this, Ethel or Peggy, we have to get to that position. So let's go ahead and recap. So what's to come this season?
More conversations at the table. And those conversations could look like pretty much anything. Just, doing a review on what's been going on in the blogs, reviewing about a certain reality TV show episode or anything that we've seen. Hopefully we get some special guests on.
I was just
here.
wondering, are we having special guests this season?
Yeah.
Who are we having? Who's coming? Who wants to come?
I guess it depends on the conversation.
Right. Who wants to come and talk to us this season?
Yes.
You know, season 1. Whew, let's recap. We've had some special guests. We've had some good special guests season 1. We had some special guests that didn't mind speaking about the topic. So if you want to be a part of season 2, make sure you're ready to come. We have questions. I'm going to ask the questions.
Of course.
So do not come in here all shy because I'm going to ask the questions. So we definitely would love to have some different viewpoints. I think we got a few people we need to call in.
You know who's a great person to...
You about to call them out?
I'm not going to say their name.
Okay.
But a great person to have. And the conversation has to be great. Because like you, he's a challenger. And he likes hefty debates.
Okay.
My friend.
Okay. So you're going to let your friend come and...
Well, I'll ask.
Come to the perspective.
And then it depends on the conversation.
Okay.
He's very knowledgeable about stuff.
Okay.
And he likes to hear other people's viewpoints. And he likes to challenge your viewpoint.
Okay.
So, and then if he coming with facts. So he ain't finna say nothing alleged. So, I think depending on the conversation, he would be great.
Okay. All right. We'll set that up. I feel like that'll be a good one. We'll bring both of them to the table.
And he's big on politics too.
Okay.
And I'm not, I just really, I knew of course about politics because, the world we live in, but he's really into politics. Right. So like if you talk about politics, you really got to know your stuff because he's going to call you out and be like, yeah, that ain't right. Right.
It is somebody in here talking and it ain't us. So I don't want y'all to think that that's us.
But I think he'll be good depending on the conversation. Even if we talk about like dating or something like that. He'll talk about it. But he's, he likes a good debate.
Okay.
So, maybe him. I don't know anybody else off the top of my head, but I guess, like I said, it depends on the conversation.
Okay. All right. I'm excited. All right. So I think we spent enough time talking today. I felt like this was a great first episode of season 2. I want you all to stick around. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and share. We will be back again next Tuesday to wind down with you, and we look forward to more conversations
at the table.
I like that, at the table. All right.